Hello and welcome, I'm Philip from Media, and today I will briefly explain to you what the Coturn server is, why you might need one in your setup, and how to configure it. So before we jump into the configuration part, let's take a moment to understand what the Coturn server actually is and why it can be essential in certain setups. A Coturn server is a relay server that helps WebRTC and real-time communication work when devices can't directly connect to each other. Normally, when two browsers try to communicate, they try to create a direct peer-to-peer connection. But in many networks, traffic goes through firewalls or NAT devices that block this direct connection. When that happens, media can't flow and the call fails. That's where a Coturn server comes in. Instead of sending media directly between peers, both sides send their media to the Coturn server and the Coturn server securely relays it between them. This ensures the connection works even in restricted network environments. In ANT media, a Coturn server isn't always required, but you will need one if UDP ports are blocked or if ANT media is being used as a signaling server in peer-to-peer communication scenarios. In those cases, Coturn ensures reliable streaming and connectivity. Now that we understand what a Coturn server does and why it's important, let's walk through how to install and configure a Coturn server using Coturn so ANT media can use it in your setup. First, I'm going to launch a new instance on Amazon. So we click Launch Instance, give our server a name, so I'll use Coturn, and for the OS image I will use Ubuntu. Okay, the instance type I'll leave as is. Key pair, I will use my own. And for network settings, I already created a security group, but I'll show you in a minute. And we'll leave the storage as is. So let me show you the security group I use. Okay, you can see the inbound rules here and the outbound rules here. Okay, and if everything is set up, we will click Launch Instance. Next, we will connect to the instance we launched via SSH and install the Coturn server. Okay. I'm gonna navigate to the place where my key is located and just run the command. Okay, now we will copy this command here to get the install script for the Coturn server. Okay, and next we run the install command. In my case, I will select the first option. We will wait a bit for it to complete and continue on afterwards. Now that we've successfully installed Coturn, let's publish our stream and test how everything works. I'm going to push a sample video stream to ANT media using FFmpeg. Okay, now just to confirm that everything is playing fine. And as we can see, the video is playing. So for the demonstration, I will block UDP ports on my client machine and we will see the playing stop. Okay. And now we will just implement our Coturn server and try to play with it installed. To use the Coturn server we set up in our application, we go to our ANT media dashboard and navigate to the application we use. So in my case, this would be Philip Test. Then we go to the settings, advanced settings, and search for stun. So here we replace this with our Coturn server URL and input our username and password. So in my case, the URL would look something like this. Okay, so we write the prefix turn, 2 dots, the IP address of my EC2 instance, here if we check it out, and the port number. And for the username and password, we can see in the terminal we installed, okay, after the installation. Okay, now we save the settings. Publish the stream again. And we can see the stream is playing fine. You've now seen what a Coturn server is, why it is needed in certain network environments, and how to install and use Coturn with a standalone and media server setup. All the documentation and resources I have referenced in this video will be linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.